Okay, what's going on? So today is January 12th, 2:30 p.m. pretty much, and just gonna go over these quick trades today. So I traded SPX, of course. This was the original setup that I had. Sell around 47.50. But I noticed that we had traded back inside of the fair value gap right here, and we held. So once we held, which was around 47.27, entered for the buy to at least trade it from the gap to 50%. And that pretty much hit target, dropped it just short. The high on the candle was 47.50. Didn't get the middle, which is 47.52 all the way, but closed that out in profit. Then I did end up taking a trade for the sell um, around 47.38, and I noticed that there was a little 15-minute gap, and I entered in here. Took it down for a little bit, but I also popped a buy from the daily after it made this move down. So I took three trades. I took a buy here, 47.30, after I saw the wick rejection inside the fair value gap. Then I took a sell from here. I'm sorry, I took a buy near the daily after it rejected near this low up to 34, but I closed it out. My broker, this was right around 32. It was 34. Then I sold right around this 38 on this 15-minute little small fair value gap. And then I broke even on that, but because I sold at 32 and then it pushed back up and I already moved it in profit. I got it in like right around here. So it was more like 27 or something like that. But I ended up breaking even on that because I moved it in profit a little early, but that's all good. Daily goal was met. And after seeing that this did not push down after it rejected this area, that means that we should get a trade back into it above 47.27. And if we do that and it doesn't continue to push down, that's going to give me the notion that from the gap low, you might want to push back up to 50% and then even up to 47.772. That was in a live account. The demo account went ahead and closed out the full position from this move um, down here to here. So got about 900 so pips on that trade. And then, I still think this is a possibility for SPX where we could get the move up near the monthly, yearly, and higher the gap. And then we got order block right here at 60. So that's SPX. Didn't trade um, any of the other indices, but it had the same effect. Just the gap um, right here on the daily. We traded up into it, got almost 50%, and then it just held right near the low. Do we go down lower into this gap on the 1 hour, or do we go up and stay in here? I don't know yet, but that's where we're looking at. Sell setup, um, similar. Um, Looking at it pushing up to 50%, or this in this case, fill it or 50% or into this order block, and then sell it down from there. So that order block is near monthly and yearly. So that's still on the table. Just depends. Thought we were gonna have some moves. Um, did this a little backwards, but I should have did that first. Same thing on US 30. From the time when the market opened, we were near the daily. In this case, we had monthly fair value gap 50% and high for fair value gap and order block right here. And because we were below the monthly, we had this relative high right here, I figured we might not be able to make it to the gap because we had this high right here and the monthly right here. So we would likely only see price push up to the monthly, and that's pretty much what it did. It didn't move with the rest of the indices, so they moved a little slightly different because they made it to this point already. This one hasn't, and it looked like it's struggling at the monthly because it already had a pretty um, big hurdle in front of it. Sell eventually once we get into this imbalance, possibly. We'll see what happens, but don't know yet how that's going to play out. As far as the news goes, the news catalyst used was the 830 CPI. It was higher than expected, um, and the let's see if we can get this open. It was acting yesterday. Let's see what this is. Okay, it's not working. How about you? Can't update that either. We had, I don't know why this is happening, but let me take a look and see if I can see it on my phone. Talk about it. Inflation rises 7%. We had inflation news, which was what I thought the catalyst would be to actually drop it, to drop them all actually. Uh, but it pretty much held for the most part for now anyway, which means that it could see, if it doesn't hold this, which is a possibility, doesn't hold it, we can still get the sales from that area, from either the 50% on NAS and um, SPX, or we can see US 30 push up and then drop. We can see either one of those scenarios, but I'm not sure. But it looks like they priced it in, which that's okay too, with them pricing it in and it not falling. So that is also something that I'm seeing as well. So you can kind of just look to that. Uh, the other thing was dollar finally came out of this range. I wasn't paying attention to it, but as far as it goes, though, I do see, as far as gold dollar goes, because it did fall out of this range. This is the imbalance that is left, where this is the low. This is the high. And we also have this order block right here near the 50% of this. And this is all from the daily. So if you notice the price entering imbalance here, price on gold is already in the imbalance, but it's at 50%. So they're in a similar spot right now. As dollar pushes down into the imbalance and possibly fills some of this up, we could see gold push up to the high of this imbalance into this order block, possibly on the daily. So we'll kind of see. We'll see what's happening with that. And silver would follow the same way. So it might take out this swing high into this imbalance right here, maybe closing above this monthly yearly into this order block. So we'll have to kind of take a look and see what's going on with that. With all three, because of the inverse correlation between all of those pairs. GU and EU, same situation. In this case, this order block should be traded through, and we have swing high as a target, where GU may push up above to take out the liquidity above here. EU has an imbalance to fill, and just like dollar, I don't have it drawn on this, but just like dollar, got our imbalance between here and here, order block right here. Same time this is pushing down on dollar, this dollar is pushing down to an imbalance, EU pushing up to an imbalance. So if anything, we can still see a push up on dollar once we get into this area, but because we got heavy momentum, we won't like pick a side in this right now. We'll just watch because we don't have a chance to get in it. But if, in any case, there was a possibility that we could have got in, but it's gone already because I wasn't paying attention to that. But anyway, that's all sitting good. So as far as tomorrow goes, any kind of news, PPI, core PPI, unemployment. So that's a good catalyst to move between 8:30 and 10. No, yeah, 8:30 and 8:30 is core PPI unemployment, and then FOMC members are speaking. Powell not speaking, so probably won't have no impact. Then we got 30-year bond, so that'll be something to look out for tomorrow. Today, last week they actually thought it was going to be higher than 207, and they missed it by like 200. I think it was. Yeah, they were projecting last time unemployment came out that they were projecting like 4. This is different. This is different from what was reported. But they thought this was going to be way higher than this. This 207. I think they were actual projection was like 4 something, and it missed it to 207. So this is not like it's supposed to be. I don't know why. But anyway, it missed it, and that was one thing to take a look at. So that's pretty much it as far as what happened today and what I'm looking for. So it's still kind of roughly the same, but we still holding on. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Talk to you guys later.